Forgot to say anything while I was driving this one. It's so fun, and it's fast, so you're constantly like waiting, you know, anticipating the car. You're not sure exactly what it's gonna do. The shifting in it is still, it's too jerky. And when you get off the throttle in this car, the rear gets a little bit light, and the steering gets light too. The whole car gets a little bit light overall, so being on power with this car definitely feels better. The top of the pedal on these brakes is a little bit squishy, but then they're there.
Okay, Danica, the Lamborghini Murcielago LP640, a real car.
I would say that, yeah. That's actually the first thing I said as soon as I pulled out and went through the gears and got into the first corner. I said this is a real car. It accelerates well. It sounds good. It sings. You know, it has that high pitch to it with tons of torque. The one thing that there are two things probably that were bad. The rest was all awesome. One was that the gear shifting was still aggressive, and it feels fast because it jerks your head, but when you're in the corner, it's not the most comfortable to have such a cut in the engine. But that might also have to do with the fact that, you know, after driving a few cars, that it's just got that much more power, and it's just going that much more fast, so that when you do cut the engine, it's abrupt. And when you got off the throttle, the whole car got kind of light, and that's something that's not completely comfortable when you're trying to, you know, go fast in fast corners. So I didn't like that, but the rest of it was great. You know, the car liked having throttle. It liked to accelerate. Definitely the fastest through the corners that I'd felt. Really good stability at high speed. I saw 200 mile an hour out of it, so ultimately, you know, by far the best. But when you're looking at it and when you're buying one, it should be.
Now you drive a Gallardo. Now you've driven the Big Brother. How does it compare?
This thing just keeps going for sure. I can't say that I've opened up the Gallardo and let it go, you know, as fast as it can, but I think that there are a lot of similar characteristics. You definitely feel like when you get into the car, you sit in it. You don't sit on top of it. The most comfortable overall as far as elbow room and shifting. I'm sure partly to do with the fact that they don't need to put a gear lever in the middle of the center console. It's on the steering wheel's paddle, but still, I had the most amount of elbow room in the car, so I felt like I could, you know, if it got out of control, I was ready there with room to react. So, but inside the car, it's very similar to the Gallardo. This one just keeps on accelerating like no other.
So you got to trade up?
Maybe we'll see if we can do a deal for this bad boy.
Thanks, Danica.
Thanks.